Federal Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy. The Senate President Ahmed Lawan has called for the inclusion of anti-corruption courses in schools' curricula to reduce the menace of corruption in Nigeria. Special advisor to the President of the Senate, Ola Owuni, quoted Lawan making the call while declaring open the third Economic and Financial Crimes Commission National Capacity Building Workshop for Justices and Judges. In the statement, the workshop was organized in collaboration with the National Judicial Institute in Abuja on Tuesday. The Senate President advocated for a review of the basic school curricula to include the teaching of anti-corruption tenets. Lawan also says that the National Assembly will provide the necessary support to the anti-corruption agencies in the fight against corruption. The EFCC and the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, are the leading government agencies in anti-corruption work. In the announcement by the National Identity Card Management (NIMC) last week Tuesday that Nigerians seeking to replace their lost national ID cards or renew existing ones are to pay fees has left concerned citizens wondering what the real intention of the Commission is with regard to the National ID Card Scheme. Information on the Twitter handle of the NIMC quotes the Commission as charging 5,000 naira for replacement of lost national ID card, while card renewal is 3,000 naira, all payable through remitter. NIMC makes it clear that the most important thing is for every citizen to register and have their national identity number, NIN. The impression is being given that if you have the name, you do not need the card unless you can afford to pay for it. Concerned citizens argue that perhaps the impression is probably behind the failure of the NIMC to promptly issue the national ID card to millions of Nigerians who registered and were issued their names years ago. They stated that the NIMC, that even collection system that requires personal data capture, Nigerian passport, driver's license, INEC voters card, ATM card, and bank verification number is quickly backed up with cards. And the Ebonyi State Association of Online Media Practitioners and Bloggers has debunked allegation by the Organization of Ebonyi State Indigenes in the Diaspora that the state government is considering giving land for Ruga settlement. In a statement by chairman of the association, Ebonyi Eugene, after a meeting, he said the report credited to Pascal Oluchukwu operating in the guise of Ebonyi State Indigenes in Diaspora is business. The group stated that the issue of Ruga settlement in Ebonyi State, as raised by some, has been severally addressed to and agreed that Ebonyi State government and indeed the entire Ebonyi State have no place for Ruga settlement. The association described the report credited to the organization of Ebonyi State Indigenes in Diaspora as cheap blackmail targeted against the government and the good people of the state. Education is an essential part of raising children and preparing them to live successful lives. For many families, finding the right place isn't as easy as simply enrolling at the local public school. In this spotlight, MCL News samples opinion on the preference among parents between public and private schools. Chinenye Ohanenye completes the report.
Going by available information on learning differences and 21st century skills, not all schools can adequately meet the needs of every student. A common comparison is that between public schools and private schools, as many public schools face problems of inadequate facilities, many private schools seem to be flourishing. Respondents who spoke to MCL News stated their preference between public and private schools, stating various reasons for their preference.
I prefer private school because they are reliable and they give a quality teaching, which I will prefer my children to go to private school. In private school, they are well equipped and they are well organized.
Private school has a more high qualifications, like they teach well more than these government schools. Government schools don't know if government is owing them, the teachers will concentrate in teaching the students. So I think it's private because they're almost there. Like constantly, the principal will be there monitoring the teachers and everything.
Class size is one of the major differences between public schools and private schools because the class size of a public school can be as large as 25 to 30 students, while private schools keeps theirs less than 25. In Nigeria, private schools are more expensive for parents to send their children, though the quality of teaching appears higher.
Why I choose government is government fare is better than that private one. When you bring the school fees of government and school fees of private ones, you know that there is a great difference. That is why I must choose government school better than the private school. In terms of security, private school, I believe they have a quality security to offer more than government school.
Parents and guardians should therefore be cautious when enrolling their children in school, bearing in mind what they want to achieve. China Haneye, MCL News.
The operatives of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad of the Imo State Police Command have arrested a notorious kidnap suspect in the state, Chima Okoro, popularly known as Aboki. The operatives also rescued an entertainer, Izuchukwu Obiako, who was kidnapped by the gang. The police public relations officer in the state, Orlando Ikoku, told newsmen on Tuesday that the SARS Commandant Victor Godfrey led the operation. Ikoku added that the arrest of the suspect is a huge boost to the command. On October 14, the notorious kidnapped suspect was arrested at the Umueze Ndebu in Owerri West local government area of Imo State by the operatives of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad and vigilant operatives in the area in connection with the kidnap of Izuchukwu Obiako on July 2019. He said the suspect and his gang members made away with the victim's Ash Toyota Highlander after collecting ransom. Police says that Okoye has made useful statements confessing to the crime and stated that he fled to Zaria after the kidnap of the victim. And the Ebonyi State Police Command has arraigned two lovers, Uchenna Elom, 32, and Chinaza Ituma, 24, for alleged stealing and conspiracy. They were arraigned on Tuesday before an Abakaliki Magistrates Court on 2 counts of conspiracy and stealing. Elom and Ituma hail from Mvudulago Umwagudu Abu Mbo in community in Ohuku local government area of the state. The police prosecutor, Inspector Mbam Chinedu, told the court that the accused persons committed the offense at the United Bank for Africa PLC's branch in Abakaliki on September 28th and 29th. Elom was said to have picked a lost automated teller machine card and used it to withdraw 500,000 naira and therefore gave it to Chinaza, who withdrew 1 million from the card owner's account. The unapproved withdrawals continued until the card owner, one Odechi Godwin, complained to the bank, which alerted the police. Godwin, it was learned, forgot to block the lost ATM card and did not receive alert from his bank while the illegal withdrawals lasted. The accused, which are said to have been cohabiting for over 5 years and have 3 children together, allegedly used the money to acquire a car and a fridge and other property. And personnel of the Enugu State Police Command have been alleged to have killed an apprentice mechanic, Oke Chinwike, and dumped his body in a stream at Onuato in Oguyinike, Enugu North local government area of the state on Tuesday. The 27-year-old Chinwike, who hailed from Iko in Ebonyi State, was an apprentice motor mechanic with one Obiora, whose shop was located on the Presidential Road by the Onuato Junction. Reports has it that the late Chinwike, who was said to have returned from the burial of his late brother, went to a football viewing center about 4 poles away from the shop to watch a football match after the close of work when he met his death. Sources in the area told newsmen that the victim was already going home when personnel from the Ogui police station came to raid the area and started shooting indiscriminately. An eyewitness who pledged anonymity told newsmen that there was commotion and people were running in different directions. However, the innocent man, who didn't know the roads very well as he was not living in the neighborhood, joined the people running and he was shot by one of the policemen. And still ahead on MCL News, fresh xenophobic attacks leave 4 Nigerians injured in South Africa. Journalists file suit against DSS over illegal detention. Miyetti Allah calls for nationwide vaccination for cows. These and more will come your way shortly after this break. Stay tuned.
Do not deface Abia State with posters. Do not defecate on our streets. Do not litter Abia State.
Brothers, I say wetin man go do for this world where people no go talk. If you chop,
Do not urinate in public places.
you no chop, dem go talk. Wetin make you do for this world? I say make we go do the things wey we carry for heart. Na so one want am. Abi no be so.
Keep Abia State clean. This message is brought to you by MCLtv.
Thank you so much for staying with us. At this point, we shall go over to our Umuahia studios where Emmanuel Wazwe is standing by with more reports. Good evening, Emmanuel.
Very good evening to you and welcome to Umuahia. Other state indigenes who applied for admission into the 7th regular class of the Nigerian Police Force being notified that the screening exercise into the Police Academy Wudil in Kano State is to hold from 7th to 13th of November 2019. The stipulated date for the screening exercise is for the South-South and South-East geopolitical zones of the country. This is contained in a statement released by the Police Public Relations Officer, Abia State Police Command, Jeffrey Obedna. The statement adds that all successful candidates invited to the exercise are to report at the Police Academy Wudil with original credentials and 15 photocopies of each of the credentials. They are also to report with 15 passport photographs and a certificate of individualship to be authenticated by the state representatives. Other items required are a pair of white canvas, vest, shorts, and stockings. Chido Onuma, a journalist and rights activist, on Wednesday filed a 150 million naira suit against the Department of State Security Services over alleged illegal detention. In the suit filed by his lawyer Moses Ibe at the Federal High Court Abuja, Onuma also sought the enforcement of his rights pursuant to Section 34, 35, 39, 41 and 44 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999 as amended. Recall that Onuma was arrested recently by authorities of the DSS for wearing a t-shirt with the inscription, "We are all Biafrans." The inscription on his shirt is the exact title of a book Onuma authored 3 years ago. In the suit, Onuma said his arrest and detention on 29th September by the security agency was illegal. He therefore demanded compensatory damages of 100 million naira for the violation of his rights and the exemplary damages of 50 million naira for the trauma and psychological distress experienced and still being experienced. The matter is yet to be assigned to a judge. Nigerian Correctional Service said it has set up a high-powered panel to investigate the allegation in an investigative report made by the undercover journalist Fisayo Shoyibo. The first part of the three-part investigation by Shoyibo exposed how Nigerian policemen pervert the course of justice in their quest for ill-gotten money. In the second part of the investigation, published on Monday by the Cable, exposed how the court shortchanged the law and the prisons are themselves a cesspool of the exact reasons for which they hold inmates. He spent 8 days as an inmate in Ikoyi prison to track corruption in Nigeria's criminal justice system. He documented experiences on drug abuse, sodomy, bribery, pimping, and cash and carry operations at the facility. In reaction to the allegation, the Controller General Jafar Ahmed said a high-powered panel has been set up to immediately commence full investigations into the matter in order to establish the authenticity of the report, identify and bring the culprits to book if found guilty of the allegations. The Allah Qadr Association of Nigeria has called for a nationwide vacation of cows to curtail the outbreak of contagious bovine pneumonia. The General Secretary of NACDAM, Othman Ibrahima, made a call while briefing journalists about the disease outbreak in Bauchi and Federal Capital Territory on Wednesday in Abuja. Ibrahima, who declared the devastating effects of the disease, said at least 2,000 cows have been killed by CDPP within the states in less than 2 months. He emphasized that failure of the government to ensure prompt intervention through vaccination would amount to its spread to neighboring states of Nasarawa and others. The General Secretary disclosed that almost all the local governments in Bauchi had been affected, with at least 2,000 cows dying from the disease in the region within 2 months. According to him, in spite of the epidemic, none of its members has received any form of assistance from government. And it is on that note that we conclude the story from this part. It's now back to you, Emeka, for the National News. My name is Emmanuel Razwe. Good night.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel, for those reports. South African police have condemned the brutal murder of 2 men from a village in Gamolepo in the province this week. The police spokesperson, Brigadier Lafela Majopola in South Africa, says the two men who were accused of stock theft in the area were allegedly kidnapped by community members on Monday. Majopola says they were taken to a community hall where they were severely assaulted. The two men were then set alight at a local high school. A car which belonged to one of the men was found torched fairly close to the murder scene. Police found their child bodies on Tuesday. The Provincial Police Commissioner, Lieutenant General MCLtv, says that those who committed the acts will be hunted down and brought to book. Cases of murder and kidnapping were opened. No arrests have been made. And talking sports. As the Nigerian Football League gets set to commence for the 2019-2020 season, Abia Comets Football Club are optimistic of its chances to gain promotion into the elite league. The Umuahia-based side assured football lovers in the state of their readiness to climb the next rung of the football ladder when the league commences. Chooks Eke completes the report.
The league management company has announced a date for the resumption of the 2019-2020 football season. In the statement released by the league managers, the 1st of November will see teams in the second tier of the league commence hostilities as they seek promotion to the elite league. Among the teams seeking promotion are Abia Comets Football Club. Some of the players who spoke during the training session held by the team assured football lovers that the club will strive to earn promotion to the Premier League.
We are working towards the Allied Division, going to the Allied Division. That's the Premier.
The team has an ambition, and if that ambition must be actualized, it depends on we the players, the actors of the team. So our priority this season is to make it to the Premiership next season. That's our goal.
Head coach of the club, Bethel Orji, concurred with the position of the players. Coach Bethel disclosed that supporters of the club should expect what he described as entertaining football.
As the season starts, you have to expect good football, good display from the players, very entertaining play, good results, and at the end of the day, by God's grace, we get the Premiership.
Responding to questions, the coach explains the challenges the club encountered in the past season as its bid to gain promotion suffered a hitch.
We started in a high note, but somewhere along the line, we had some problems because of injury, because of card issues, but we are learning our mistakes. We are now trying to curtail certain fouls that will make us get accumulated cards, then that will make the players, if injured, they will recover very fast.
Football lovers across the country have been told to expect quality and entertaining football as the league gets set to kick off. The million-dollar question is, will the league commence on the set date, or will it suffer yet another hitch? Only time will tell. From Umuahia, Chooks Eke reporting for MCL News.
And that's so much we can take on the news for tonight. But before we go, a recap of our major stories. The Federal Executive Council has taken a final decision on the payment of the new national minimum wage to Nigerian workers. Senate President Ahmad Lawan has called for the inclusion of anti-corruption courses in schools' curricula to reduce the menace of corruption in the country. MCL News has explained the importance of good quality education in preparing children for a better future. And in sports, as the Nigerian Football League gets set to commence for the 2019-2020 season, Abia Comets Football Club are optimistic of its chance to gain promotion into the elite league. Thank you so much. My name is Emeka Chibu. Stay tuned for Akoko One. From me, it's good night.
MCL MCL